we are less than 30 days away from one of the things I thought I would never announce, the Common Cause 1-year anniversary. This coming November 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, you have your opportunity to win some of the greatest prizes, all while contributing to a phenomenal cause, the Purple Hearts Home. This is going to be the biggest event for Pauper Commander. I'm going to do the absolute insane amount of prizes for everyone, so make sure you register at omgmtg.com. Links going live. Make sure you register. I will see you there.
Now we have audio on my side, we have audio from you guys. So everyone, welcome to the Common Theory live stream, the #1 CPDH podcast, and number one CPDH live stream. We're here with Chris, and Rohan's finally back. Rohan, how have you been? You were gone for like a marathon, you were sick. Gator, how have you been too, man? It's been a few days. Yeah, so we're here because, I was gonna say we're here because Common Cause is this weekend and we're doing commentary for it. Oh hey. Look at that. We just mentioned Common Cause 3 times and we summoned Chris. Oh, since that the piano music is still on, let me turn this off. Thanks. Yeah, that's so weird because I see it here in the mixer. I'm like, it's not in there in the mixer. Why is it? I didn't know it would still be on. Yeah, like I only open up OBS like once, like once a month. No, like it's one of those things where like I know audio is like a weird thing because like even though I have my the audio adapter, I don't hear it through the monitor, so I don't really hear anything. But I'm looking at OBS and I see the audio mixer and I only see desktop audio, which is you guys, and then my microphone mix. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Let me make sure that this is actually right. No, that is not right. All right, now it's fixed. Now it's actually picking up actual desktop audio. Before we heard the piano. So all the intros got scrubbed.
Now we're here.
Yep. Oh my god. I hate OBS.
We'll get it right one of these days. It's not a big deal. But I mean, since the beginning just kind of got scrubbed for those few minutes, let's kind of go back around and kind of say what we're doing here, you guys. So obviously, as you guys know and watching, we are the Common Theory, and we're joined here by Chris, and yes, the host of the Common Cause. And this is actually a very special Common Cause. Chris, you want to kind of take it away and give a little explanation about it?
So the Common Cause, this is going to be the 6th iteration, and it is also the 1-year anniversary. So I'm basically going straight to the wall with prizes and support and everything like that along the lines. Basically, the total prize output is over $1,000 worth of cash and prizes. We're giving away tons and tons of things, so it's going to be super excited. We're still giving away to charities as well. This time again, we're going to the Purple Heart Homes. So we give money to veterans who need homes. So I think that's the biggest thing I really want to preface with the streams themselves. Obviously, it's a huge cause on top of the actual game itself. So yeah, it's gonna be epic.
Yeah, I'm actually super pumped to be commentating it with the Common Theory. So
yeah, it's super
we're
funny.
gonna interchange.
Yeah, it's super funny because you always mentioned that you wanted to do commentary ever since the first Sanctuary.
Yep.
And now look at that. It took about 1.5 years to do, but
yeah, it took a little bit, but Yeah, no, I'm actually really excited to do it because I really enjoy watching the gameplay, and it's so much fun to be able to see like all these unique decks that they have. And your Common Cost series has had some, I would say, some wild decks.
It's
definitely
all over the place.
participated. Yeah,
There's no general, like, there's a baseline consistency, but the span of what can show up is. I always think back to the first one again. It was total chaos, but there was a Cyberman built into it where it was a colorless commander. I'm like, this shouldn't be here, but it got there, and I think that's one of the craziest things to see. That's how it started off, and it kind of kept consistency with that. Where just you have these like a third of the decks being completely these random things that people can really showcase what they want to play out.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's really interesting though because like we're getting more and more into the weeds, and you can kind of see some of the more like diehards coming out and really competing, right? Because now you're seeing like the Malcolm Breaches more consistently, right? We're seeing what's it, Lily Splash Mentor? I think
Lily Splash has been pulling up a lot lately.
Yep.
I know a couple people who are going to be playing that in the event. So
Actually,
here's
super
one
interesting
for you.
about your event is was it Foundations is it's the first Foundations
Yeah.
event, too.
which is
Yeah.
also wicked. I'm wicked excited to see if anything pulls out of that one.
I
I do
mean-
want to see Hair Parent. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
I 1,000. If I see an Annabelle or Hair Parent in this event, I'm gonna be so excited. I don't care that it'll just be, even if it loses every game, it's still gonna be wicked epic to see that play out.
I'll give a little bit of spoilers. I could almost definitively say it. Like I'm 99.9999999% sure. I've been receiving a lot of DMs from various individuals.
Yep.
So more than one that there should be quite a few
Yeah.
hair parents there.
It's
So
gonna I
yeah.
think
That's why I threw in that bounty. I'm gonna throw in $1 for every hair apparent in the top 4.
Watch
Yeah.
all 4 decks in the top 4 be Hair Apparent
Hair
decks.
Apparent.
30
There's like
each
100.
deck.
Yeah, each has 30.
And that's my fucking fault for throwing.
Yeah,
one
let her
right?
I could just see it now. Just bunnies galore.
Yep.
I mean,
Look, I
card's
want that Abdel
pretty
deck to
push.
be real. All right, I
Yeah.
want mono white Abdel Bunny Blaster.
Which would be it's got a lot of potential with it, like given that it just stacks up through and through.
Electrickery has never eaten so good.
Yeah, seriously.
Crypt Rats for 4. Hold priority. Crypt Rats for 1.
Yep.
It's
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's gonna be so crazy. I'm very interested to see how everything like pans out and stuff with this event because last event I think was what was the top 4? It was double Malcolm, double Kedis, and a Layla Reaver, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a very strong.
Yeah,
final
the
four for
the
Jake.
final pod for the last one was like straight power.
Sweaty. Real
Yeah,
sweaty.
that one that one was very sweaty. So I'm interested to see what people bring to this one. I'm hoping to see a little bit of Sphinx Summoner.
Mhm.
I'd like to see a little bit of Wilson. Wilson always is tickles my fancy. It's one of my favorite
Yeah.
commanders in the
I
format.
feel like lately, and in Commander in general, especially like post bans, right? And like EDH, not that it affects us, but I feel like it's been kind of a brewer's paradise over the past few weeks.
100%. No, I can agree with that way more than possible because like you see all the top 16 decks that are coming out for even that mindset. The minds are starting to spiral, especially with all the new sets coming out. They see these new things. They're like, okay, wait a minute, maybe this is something, and then you just rebuild back up.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah,
cooking.
great.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. We're gonna see. Like, I've been working on a lot of decks too. I'm hoping to see some ambers. I mean, there's so much potential we have out there in
Amber,
the
really?
format.
Do you think that an Amber will show up? Do you have like a has someone DM'd you? Do you have like
Yeah, I would like to see an Amber. I
knowledge?
want Amber to be a thing eventually. Like
If
it's like,
I'm
If
not gonna
someone's in
say.
chat bringing Amber, press 1.
yeah.
But I'm
One for all
I'm-
the Ambers.
I hope you have some insider knowledge because I would fucking love to
Yeah.
see that come true.
I would love to see an Amber. I think that's one of the most underrated commanders we have.
Correct.
It just sees no play. And I mean, you could pair it with literally anything at this point, and it's.
I think
still
that's what the
good.
mindset of Amber is like there's no definitive route,
Yeah.
I think, and people just want to go all over the place. Like I've thrown a bunch of different Amber decks together, and I'm like, one, because the wife's name is Amber, so it kind of had more choice to that one.
Oh, no.
So that's where
Nice.
most of it comes into play. But I think that the direction is the same route, but the final gist of it all is still up in the air in a way.
Yeah, I've literally built one of every color, and then I built a blue one, and then I found Rohan's list of Amber Feywild, and then I deleted mine because this was just better than mine. So I was like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
fair.
still loved playing the Gruul Amber deck, just so I can go. Yeah, I'm gonna pitch my hand. I'm gonna do the Amber trigger first, then the Outlander trigger. Draw into a whole bunch of pump spells. All right, now Amber's gonna get big.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting. I'd like to see. I mean, I'm so far in the weeds right now. I want to see a Phyrexian sensor show up. Like I'm all in. I want to
Yeah.
see. I want to see everything.
No,
I
I
want
want
to
to
see.
see something new.
special
I want to see
everything.
something new from Modern Horizons 3.
It does. It does.
Ooh,
Takes
I
a real,
want to see-
a real asshole.
It only takes the one.
I mean, maybe. I do want to see some of the big baddies show up, though. I do want to see Gretchen. I
Yeah.
do want to see, some of the big bads show up for sure.
I think you'll see at least one Gretchen.
I'm hoping so. I mean, I don't think we are, to be brutally honest with you.
I think
Like,
she's slowly trickling out at the point right now. Like I see the Lily starts up and pulling up a little bit more. Randomly, the twins came back. So I think that Gretchen's still
Yeah.
teetering right now. Obviously, it's still Gretchen. She's phenomenal, but I think that that's slowly pulling herself away right now.
Yeah, it was interesting because in the beginning of the tournament series, like when the Sanctuary and the Common Con started, there were 2 or 3 Gretchens every event without a shadow of a doubt. Some events had 4, and then it topped damn near almost every event. Just one of them ends up topping in there, and it was just absurd.
I mean,
So
still incredible. I do think that the Gretchen players are. I can't speak for all of them, obviously, but I know at least a few of them find the deck wildly boring, even though it's really good. So
that's fair. I also find the deck very boring as well.
Yeah, I think that's where our mindset is at this point. It's like, okay, do this,
Like-
done.
yeah, I mean,
It's
I
funny
can live
too.
with it. But
Yeah, it's funny because when I play, I'm just like, this deck's boring. I'm not doing anything. I'm just playing Landors. But when I'm
Yeah.
playing Weavers, it's like, oh, I'm playing Landors. I'm playing counter spells. I'm actually doing stuff.
yeah.
See, and it's so weird to me because they have I've been having conversations with people about the 2 distinguishing factors of the decks, and a lot of people actually think they're incredibly similar,
Mhm.
and they're not even remotely similar. Yes, they do the same.
Similar.
So I think
Well,
that
like the
a lot
freeze
of new
thing
players
and
that
untapping.
way. Yeah, a lot of new players I've talked to, I go okay, you have the twins, you have Gretchen, and you have Lily. Are the core
Yeah.
mindset is the same, because you got to figure about at least half the cards are generally the same cards at the
Mhm.
root of it all.
Yep.
So they just I'll swap these 5 out, and now I have a Lily deck. I'll swap those 5 out. I now have a Weaver's deck. So I think that's what the difficulty is. When you start to really fine tune those decks, you do see the distinctive differences right from the boot. But again, those the newish players are I guess it's the same thing. Which I've talked to a lot of people who have Gretchen decks. They saw Lily, they go, "Oh, sweet! I'll just swap 5 cards, and I got my Lily deck." I'm like,
Yeah,
but
but no, I feel like Lily's
need a
class,
little
you can
more.
Need a lot more, yeah.
yeah,
But-
that's,
I was gonna say, but Gator and I have actually seen a new Simic deck pop up recently, and that I
Which one?
don't think I've won against it.
Which
which one?
The Tainted Observer.
Oh, I would love to
Is that-
see that show up
is
to
that
the
a-
Duke
tournament.
Slayer, if you're watching this right now,
Oh yeah,
bring that.
the what do you call it? The toxic flying bird looking thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
that deck is nuts.
I threw one of those together when it first dropped. I've always wanted that to be a thing because Proliferate is a wicked good ability, especially in
Oh.
Simic. You're doing so many things so quickly.
Interesting.
You can
I
get
mean-
it to go with 10 poison instant.
Well, I mean, it's easy. You just need the basking brood scale in
Yeah,
your
but we need
Ashnons,
Modern
and then
Horizons
you win the
3.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we
but
were
boom.
missing.
Yep. So
We were missing
I mean,
the
it's
Brute Scale.
yeah, it's pretty cool. That deck is sick. I've lost to it several times already.
Do you have a
Ooh,
local
yeah.
player who runs it?
No, it's actually been on the online circuit. There's
Oh.
been
Yeah, it's been
players
slowly
playing it.
floating around a little bit here and there.
Sweet.
Yep.
Oh man, I'd love to see that.
Yeah. We have a few of our local players are actually going to be participating. They haven't signed up yet, but they'll be signing up here later. Actually, tomorrow.
Yeah,
They'll be
usually it's
signing up.
Thursday, Friday. It's a heavier push for the last little tidbits.
Yep.
Is
Yep.
your
Yep.
boy Yami playing?
Yes, he is.
Hell yeah.
Yes, he is. So we could already know what that's going to be.
No.
Holy shit.
Yes, we have a
What do you have
few.
now?
We have a few of our locals, and they like their very specific decks, and that's what they're going to be doing. I mean, we already know there's going to be an Abdel agent. We already know there's going to be a Sivers player, right? We already know a few of these decks that are going to be shown.
Trump's probably
So.
is either bring Gretchen or Weavers.
I can see the Gretchen.
From
It's always been
bullshit.
tried and true. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, maybe he throws you a curveball and we'll see some loyal subordinate or something. That would be very interesting.
That would be nice.
I was.
He's trying to spike this tournament, so I don't
Yep.
think so. He's trying to win.
Oh, okay.
He's playing to win.
Well, I'm really interested to see because with the recent printing of Arabella and so many people testing it out there, I really think that there's
Yeah, I
going to
like
be a
that
lot
deck,
of
man.
aggressive decks.
I like
a lot
that
of
deck a
aggressive
lot.
decks.
Yeah.
Yes, I do too. I do too. Every version I've seen of that deck so far has been wildly different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
It's so
So-
easy to swing for so much in a single turn too. Like you're being super aggro. I've had turns where I would swing in and doing 15 damage to everything.
Oh, nice.
Like
You built it, Chris?
yeah, I'm not like there yet, but even like a quick janky build, I just dump out a bunch of tokens and then do one quick swing. The lowest I'm swinging for is around 10. The highest I've hit is 15.
Oh, nice.
And that one single swing, like I said, you're playing aggro on top of it. So you got impact tremors, molten. You'll literally just keep dealing damage. So when you go for that swing, it's pretty much the game. The only downfall I have found is you got to make sure you protect her because she doesn't have haste.
Right.
That's
Yep.
the only downfall, which can be a bit, but there's a lot of ways to make that work.
Mirror white. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's no worry about that. So as long as you get one rotation, you're in. Like,
Yep. Yeah, it's been interesting because
Yes.
all the variants I've seen, I was actually working with a few people in the community, and their decks are like we were looking at one yesterday, and their deck lists were 60 cards different each
Damn.
each one.
Wow.
I was like,
Then the
damn.
only
That's
thing
crazy.
then the only cards are the same are lanes at that point.
yes, sir.
The,
Yeah.
the lanes weren't even the same. The lanes were wildly different as well. Like the whole decks are just. It was 67 cards exactly. Is how many cards were different.
Yeah,
Just
part of me
like-
feels that that's going to be the new, like, at least probably 2 or 3 in the event that people are going to try Arabella.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like so. Like one of the ones that I thought was interesting was using its lands to really like help thin it because it had a lot of fetches, but then it had like escape tunnels, and, like haunted fengraph, and a lot of those
Yeah.
styles of lands. But then another one had like straight basics. Like
Just plains.
I'm trying to get straight
I
basics.
just want to get things done.
Yep.
Speed, I
No
have
lands
speed.
are coming like everything's untapped. One of them was like big mana rocks. Another one was like the
Big
Lotus
mana
Petal.
rocks. Interesting.
Just to keep recasting Arabella because
Ah,
they're under
like
impression
that.
it just
I can
dies.
see like Everflowing Chalice going in the deck makes sense.
Well, that's the thing is, like, you see Arabella on the board. If you see like at least 5-6 creatures, that you're going to be the target. That's the
Yeah.
like I said. That's why I said the protection's the biggest thing. But like, people know what a swing from Arabella can do.
Yeah.
So
Well,
the minute she drops, like same with like, but there's any commander you're doing it the right way. Once it comes out, you pretty much have it. So
Yep.
it's one of those.
So here's a good one for you, Chris. I actually found this to be really interesting. I was watching a game the other day, and it was Gut Leader was on the part of the game, and Arabella was there, and
Ooh.
nobody cared about Gut Leader at all. They were like,
Damn.
Oh,
"You're making
someone-
skeletons,
Someone did
like
care about
whatever."
It was
Well,
the
you were-
Arabella
you-
player who cared.
I was going to the Arabella, yeah.
Yeah.
But that even to hear
It was
that though
just-
is like that's pretty insane. Knowing what Gut Leader was for the time, like
Well,
you had to
it-
be very careful how fast aggro that thing can come through. And
Well, ironically, Gut
Yeah.
wins that match. Like
at a point, yeah,
because it just snowballed and no one cared about it snowballing, and they forgot how high volume the math gets with that deck.
Mhm.
So there were 7 skeletons when the Gut
Sheesh.
player won the game, and it was just like 7 times 6 guys. Like you
Yeah.
do the math, like
Yeah.
ka-chow.
Gut eats good in a pinger match, right? In a pinger
Mhm.
table. Gut loves that.
Arabella just dealt so much life. They were at like over 60 at one point. I mean, just absurdly. Like
That's
the
crazy.
deck is gained so much life. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw one version that I thought was really sick. It was like a Soul Sister variant. So it's just like every single creature gained it more life. and more
I've
life and
considered
more
doing
life.
that one myself, doing a Soul Sister baseline. That way you can
Yep.
just pad yourself even more to go
Yep.
against those
Yep.
aggro players or those slight pingers. Because again,
Yep.
you want to hold yourself back enough, and because she's already gaining a lot of life, so I think that's an option. You know,
There's just so many. There's
That's
so
the thing,
many
yeah.
options.
I so wish that she had a black pip in the CMC though.
Oh, it'd be
Oh,
so
that
gross.
was Marty.
Yeah.
Holy
That would be
shit.
way too
So gross. And it'd be too good because she's also an artifact, so that would just be like
yo, that would be
ridiculous.
such gas.
Could you imagine that?
I
A
know.
Mardu affinity deck? Oh,
I think
my
any
gosh.
real good, the next Mardu build is gonna just be
Oh.
that's the Mardu deck basically.
Yeah.
We're slowly
We have
teasing
one-
them.
We have one garbage Mardu commander
Yeah.
in our formats. It
Oh,
makes me
you know
so
what? That's right.
sad.
Next year we are going back to Tarkir, so hopefully. there is a
Exactly.
Mardu.
Yeah. So
I can't
I'm
wait.
excited for Tricolor
Fucking
here.
can't wait.
Like we need it so badly.
I know.
We do. I think they'll give us some good ones.
I just want a downshift and Siege Rhino. That's what I want. Give me a
I-
downshift
What?
Siege Rhino.
Why does everyone? Okay, explain it
don't-
to me.
Just for the
Why?
memes. Just for the
I-
memes.
I
Yeah,
want
is
to
it just
flicker
the
the
memes?
shit out of Siege Rhino.
I think the flickering it actually could be a viable option because the colors are pretty reasonable for like ramp like crazy.
It's a
flicker, like-
lightning helix.
Doesn't
How-
matter.
What? It's a lightning helix. You have 90 life. You have to go cloud shift. Haha, I got
Yeah.
you. Like what?
Exactly why. Why do you
I
want
can
to
set up
like
the Journey to Nowhere loop?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys. That's a card that so many people talk about. That Franklin mentions it once a week with us, and I'm like, why? That
I
card
have
is
my
so
foil
bad.
promo in my deck box over here
Oh my
waiting to go.
gosh.
Okay, it's
Oh
gonna
my
happen.
Lord.
And a Fenza deck just waiting
Yup.
to go.
See, same
From
concept.
All right, that's fair. If it's for nostalgia reasons, I get it.
It's 100% nostalgia. And I would probably be the one who like, well, let me consider bringing this to an event just for the shakes and gigs of it all.
If I was gonna go like way back in time, believe it or not, this is gonna make me really old. The card I wish would get downshifted to uncommon, I would build literally for nostalgia. I don't think it would be good. Would be Grinning Demon. I love the art on that card. He's just like Jack leaned over,
Just
big
ready
ol'
to,
horse.
yes, ready to
Like,
go.
Yeah.
I love that card. It
Along the
was
same
such a
lines,
house.
I'd probably pick Lightning Angel.
Ooh, that's a good one. I used to
would be
love
clean.
her.
It would be not a good deck, but
But that's what this is, though. Is like you want the meme decks. Like everyone's got those. I have a what do you call it? A Peregrine Took deck for the shakes and gigs of it all. Like we have those stupid decks that are like, yeah, I know this is not going to do anything,
Yep.
but it's quirky.
Oh,
Yeah, I've dabbled in the casual side, and it always goes bad for me. I have the worst experience with it because like I'll sit down and my deck is just like a big pile of joke, and then every time I do that, I end up sitting down with someone that's spiking. Like there's a spike in there every time, and it's like turn 4 on curve shows like a pestilence or something ridiculous. I'm like, I was like, this is why I can't do this.
Well,
Like-
I guess I lose. I guess I'll just die.
Yeah, that's why
Like-
that's why my casual decks is going to be mono white Abdel with bunnies.
I
It
like
could
that.
That would
happen.
still be good
I
though.
love
That.
that.
would still be good.
Yeah, you do a
That would
Mount of
actually
White
feel
Abdel
good.
Soul Sister here with like the bunch of hairs.
Yeah,
That would just be good. Like any heir apparent. Like this is not even like maybe this is a hot take. I don't think it's a hot take, but that card literally raises the question: why play this over other things? Like
Mhm.
plain and simple. Like it's
Really? You think it's that good?
it's a Goblin
Yeah.
Instigator. It's a better
Yeah.
Goblin Instigator.
Sure.
well,
Compared
It
to
only,
Goblin
it
Instigator.
only gets
two-
better. Yeah, first two,
the
yeah.
first two are garbage. The third one is
No,
a Goblin
the
Instigator.
no, the second one is a better Goblin Instigator, right? A Goblin Instigator is a 2-mana, 1/1 body. It brings a second 1/1 body. The first heir apparent's a 2/2, so it scales with it. Then, but you lose one body. The second heir apparent is a 2/2, brings a 1/1, so it's better. It's already scaling better
Yeah, because
than
the
Goblin
power
Instigator.
level of it, yeah.
Yep. So it's already better, plain and simple than that. And if
I've-
you blink it, you net
Yeah.
more heir apparents. And the third one is a better what's the 4-mana one's name? The Goblin Beetleback Chief.
Beetleback.
Oh, Beetleback.
Beetleback Chief. Yeah. So you're scaling better than a Beetleback Chief. So
Yeah.
it's like it's better than
And with the mana value of
Oh.
itself, it just curves out so beautifully.
Yep.
Because you're guaranteeing to at least knowing how many you can have in a deck, you're gonna guarantee having 2, 3 very consistently. At
Yeah.
like the second you played on Arabella, the very next turn, because you can get her out turn 1, turn 2, you probably can get at least 1, if not 2, depending on how you ramped out. Like it can get out of. I built it in EDH. I did it Arabella with Thrumming Stone and everything like that, and that thing just does dirty work.
Yeah.
Like
bet.
I think obviously it's not EDH like we're playing Pauper over here, but like seeing the level of like damage it can implement off of that, it has a lot of potential, and it's only going to go up at that point.
I mean, over on the Comment Theory Discord, we've had like 6 or 7 heir apparent decks
Yeah.
built. That's horrible.
Just like this whole week alone.
Yeah, we had.
We all want to break it.
Yeah, it's like GDP. Like I know a friend of mine is working on Hero of Dunes with it. I don't even know if you guys know that card.
No.
It's a 5 mana Orzhov creature, and its ability is
Oh,
when
yeah.
ETBs return a creature or artifact with converted mana cost 3 or less to the battlefield, and it says creatures you control get +1/+0. So it turns them all bigger.
Yeah.
And if you blink it, you don't care where the heir apparents die because it just revives every single one.
Yeah,
of them.
true. So
Wait,
that's
oh,
not
it
bad.
returns
Yeah.
all the creatures that are CMC.
All creatures you control. Yeah. It
Which is
Oh, what
literally
the
an
fuck?
instant.
It pumps up.
Yeah, a full
That's
board.
crazy.
yeah, the card is bonkers with
That's
this.
bonkers.
It's like it's a 5 mana junk uncommon, but like now it has a home, right?
That's
Like-
sick, actually. That's sick because like it's the you have the board wipe protection in the command zone. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, you just keep bringing. And remember, we have the black. The Orzhov is definitely the color you want to be with the heir apparent, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
because
the-
you
I
have
think that is
echoing return.
leading.
Yeah, you have the 1 mana, just bring back all the heir apparents,
Yeah,
like
I mean, I
reaping the
really wanna-
graves.
I mean, I wanted to build Abdel Throne with bunnies.
Yeah, I mean that would just
Yeah,
be gross.
win.
Like
Yep.
that's just every single deck in the format now that's playing white, even Gut, is going to look at itself and go, if I have 3 heir apparents, I have better Goblin Instigators.
Yeah. 'Cause
And
once you
there-
have
yeah.
3, you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even at that, all your bunnies are tokens, so they're all 3/3s. They're just insane. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like Gut should probably be playing at least a few.
yeah, I mean, you probably run a playset, right? Even
If not
if
the
you
whole
just,
set, yeah, if not
yeah, right? Like
you know,
it's
all your creatures.
No, I still think you have to run like at least 20 of them to see them consistently.
No, I think 20 is the right number, personally. 18, I think, is like the real low cusp of it all, but 20, I think, is the sweet spot on the minimum.
but it's just it's so crazy to like look at it and see all of these decks, right? Because like, man, you can even do like a Phyrexian Sensor. It's like 1 heir apparent turn, guys. This will outscale anything you do, and you just flicker on all of their turns.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess we
Got
can
'em.
save it for a little bit later, but the question we need to think about is, are the hair parents better than the Rebel package?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm a
Save that for another day.
yes, we will. I don't know. It's interesting that they finally completed the whole cycle, though. I think that's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, at least in common, because we already had Knight Templar earlier this year in Assassin's Creed, but that was uncommon.
Yeah,
That
which
was
I was very upset about. Like, it made sense. I get it, but like, I was like, come on, you're like right there. Just a little bit more, a little bit more.
Oh, you know, I haven't seen anyone build Kadira yet with heir apparent.
no,
That
I
actually
had
pretty hard.
been seeing a Kadira running around recently,
Which
and
hair
it has
did I
been
build?
doing really, really well. It's the deck is Kadira. Play Kadira, guys. If you're out there, pick that deck. That deck is good. That deck is.
Puzzle-
It's gonna be really.
If you
just
play
like Gut.
Kadira,
it's gonna
Puzzle
be
will
really
come back to
scary
the
really
format.
soon.
I mean, Kadira cares only about tokens. It actually doesn't care about creature.
So I
tokens.
kind of pseudo built the Kadir. So I built the deck for Pendragon, which is the common commander, and then legendary equipment. I made it. I made it Selesnya. So it basically ended up just being mono white, with a little bit of a splash of the green for obviously the extra effects like trample and X, Y, and Z things I may need. But I think Kadira is already making a boatload of tokens in the first CC. Like it got there. It made a lot of tokens. Once you start going wide and do this little bit of buffs, you just keep smacking in because you're going wide enough
Yeah.
that you're able to get around all these different things very easily. You know,
Yeah,
people
I mean, the
people
problem
haven't
with
really
her was
affected
the
aggro yet.
clock, right? Like you want it to be able to kill as fast as humanly possible
Correct.
before someone can draw into an answer. So I
Yep.
think maybe rabbits are the answer to that because maybe you can get enough volume fast enough to get to critical mass by like turn 5.
Well, because you're not wrong. That is like I think that is the best direction we need to go is move more to an aggro because combo generally said depending on the turn you're looking at turn 5 on the average. But if you have an aggro, you're just swinging in like crazy. Now the mono black controls they're playing edict effects, but who cares if one of your rabbits goes? You can still you have like 20 more to draw into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like there's no issue with that. So that you're going around that deck. The removal, whoop-de-doo, because they said you're going to have enough rabbits. Who cares if they remove a couple of them? You're going against control. Like, there you go. Oh, you combo me. Like, you have a couple of turns to swing in before the combo gets off. You could just go for the combo right away and then worry about the other two right after that.
So I got a little switch of subjects here real quick. I'm interested to see how much. I kind of started talking about this earlier with the Arabella thing and whatnot, but I wonder if like a few Dargos or loyal subordinates might finally end up showing up to something like this, because I know we have a bunch of new players that are coming, and I would love to see the aggressive side of the format starting to develop, right? I think Arabella was kind of like the kick in the butt that a lot of players needed, because it's just like symmetrical damage and nobody's done it yet, but the Kediss players, right? Kediss is like the poster child, I would say, for symmetrical damage. But I'd really like, with Arabella's existence, I think that will bring Dargo and Kediss players, bring the Kediss Kelith players, bring the Loyal Subordinate players, because now all of these are doing the symmetrical thing.
Correct.
So
being able to hit every opponent at the same time is going to be, because it's how you go against the combo player pinging everyone down at the same exact time. How do you race them? If they're already being pinged down by that one player, Dargo Kediss can just instantly just smack done with one shot. You're hitting 7 to 10 damage off of one creature to everyone in a single swing, and you can get Dargo out there extremely easily. So,
Yeah.
Well, I think it's relevant, right? Because I just named about 5 different decks that are actually like, that's our trend that we're having now with the format, where we just have symmetrical damage dealing commanders, and I don't think Wizards is going to stop actually printing them.
No.
I think we're just going to continue to get more.
Definitely.
And because of Commander, right?
Mhm.
So if they continue that trend, that's going to be great for our format, in my opinion, right? We're going to finally have like these very aggressive decks that are putting a clock on the game, right? They're just going to be like, hey guys, you have 5 turns. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
Deal with me or lose. So
I'm just excited to see what the throw possibility is going to look like in Ether Drift.
yeah, we have literally gotten one every single set this year.
yeah,
It's been
we're
crazy.
eventually going to make that the new Hair Apparent deck where it's just like thrills.
You know what weird card we got that I didn't notice and no one has spoken about it at all? This is super random, guys, so work with me here.
Mhm.
We finally, in Foundations, we got downshifted Banishing Light. No
No,
one
that
noticed
actually happened in Bloomborough.
It was Bloom.
Did
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Bloomborough?
Yeah. Mhm.
That's how
Bloomborough
little
that
people
was
have been
thinking
bringing this up.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was downshiftted in Bloomborough. I thought I
did.
looked at all the cards.
We
Did I?
talked about it months ago.
Yeah, don't even
The
remember.
the downshifts just go so unnoticed unless it's like a Goreclaw, for example. People saw the
Yes.
Goreclaw, obviously, oh my shit, like we gotta
No,
let's
not even.
do something
People
with it.
ignored it. Fucking
Yeah.
Gonti got downshifted in.
Gonti got some, like,
Only one person's playing it, I think.
yeah, and that's the thing. I think those decks, like, they get that immediate little mini spark, and then nothing happens with it at all. Because, like, oh, I'm finally can do something with Gonti.
So
Wow, it
that's why
does
they-
nothing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why they need to downshift Siege Rhino.
Yeah, see, then people will
Oh
start
my
playing it. Do a special art for it and everything like that.
Let's get different 3-color commanders. We don't need the Siege right now.
Yeah, just give us a full cycle of every single
No.
thing,
Oh,
please.
Fine. How about we just downshift actual Anafenza, the foremost?
Oh my god.
Like
That'd be
that.
pretty. I mean, what does it really do, though, right? Like,
Nothing,
It's just
just
a
the rest in
4/4
peace.
beater.
Just the
Yeah,
rest
it's
of
just
yeah.
a
4/4
4/4
rest in
beater.
peace.
That would be like Malcolm's best stream. Hey, thanks for stopping all of them for me, buddy.
All right, cool. Thanks for staxing out all my opponents. Awesome.
You did nothing to me, bro. Appreciate the help. I think that's
Wingmate Rockstone. Common.
so. Here's one that I'm interested in because of the Common Cause. We know that Russell is going to be coming back playing, defending their title. So I'm
Sweet.
excited to see what kind of. I know they're not playing.
Caddis?
Well, I know they're playing a brew of their own, so I'm excited
okay.
to see it. Yes. So they're not playing the Malcolm Kediss, no. So it's a brew of their own. So I'm very excited to see how they do. I think they're going to continue on that trend because they brought what was the name of the Myriad Mono Black Commander? I forget the name of that one all the time.
Dalek's Quarry?
Dalek?
Dalek.
Dally, yeah.
Yes, they brought that one to the last event.
People liked Alec. The extra like the menace on top of it is surprisingly pretty decent.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I just wish that that Myriad also cloned the power and toughness of whatever the
Yeah, you can think layers for that one.
over. Huh?
Yeah,
You can
layers
think
suck.
the layers for that. One.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
There we go. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Dalek Squadron is like so strange to me because like sometimes you just lose to like the dumbest cards ever. Like you lose to like the 0/4 wall and like a monodic wall and like another wall randomly against some players. I know it's really weird to say, but I've seen it just get like stonewalled literally by like walls.
Yeah, I mean that.
Gretchen doesn't care about it.
Yeah.
No, it just sticks a Gretchen plus a land and tapper in front of it. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Kill the land and tapper? Okay, it's gonna play another one.
Yeah.
It just bounces it consistently. What happened with it?
What I want to see excited, obviously we're thinking way in the future, is what's going to happen in January when Planeswalkers are a thing.
Oh yeah, funny enough, I think that was a you question we needed to ask because
Yes.
if we're doing the bi-monthly rotation, so
That's
after
the thing.
this-
It's gonna be me.
yeah, that's why.
you?
There's a lot of thought of like allowing it. I obviously want to, because there's no real testing to it. Because like we're all like testing it out, but people aren't really playing it even in like.
No,
mini
but
pods.
that's the thing. If you already announce it by the end of this tournament,
Yeah, so I'm
you
gonna
say
decide
in
by
January
like
it's
yeah,
legal, yeah, then that gives people 2 months time to practice.
yeah. So it's a high chance that I will be doing it, just because I want to see what happens.
Oh, I already
Chaos.
know that no one's gonna play TPI.
No, 100% no. It's
No,
gonna be
because we're
freaking
gonna play
Saheeli all the way.
Saheeli Rai.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
I
Gator
have
has
all of
Yeah.
them.
to go.
Gator's ready to
I have
you know
all
what?
of
We-
them.
Oh, never mind. I forgot that Watley cares about creatures with pulled more than 4 power or something. Gator, you
Watley's,
have it
I
there in
think,
front of me- in front
I
of
think
you.
Watley's gonna smack hard because I said the creatures that have the high, like super high
Well,
toughness.
My Watley is there you go. Let's see if
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys could read that one.
Yeah, Japanese
No, I
version
can't.
was
So,
so
Read
I don't
movie.
I actually don't know what it says.
It is creatures assign combat damage as their toughness -2 is
Minus
gain
three.
minus three.
Minus 3,
That's
yeah.
how much I use it.
It's
You
7.
gain life equal to the power of the toughness of a creature you control, or the highest toughness,
Yep.
one of the other ones.
Oh yeah,
So you get a little bit of life gain in it, so it's like
Yeah, so
I think
Rasad's gone.
Yep.
TPI.
There's
is
only one. There's only one.
I think
This-
Saheeli
No,
would
that's
just
Optimus. What are you talking about?
This
There's
is
only
going to destroy. It will just be the best one.
No, let's wait for Saheeli,
No,
this
nothing.
Casmina,
gonna be
right?
crazy.
Look up your
That'll be
Casmina. We'll play that piece of trash.
Nah.
It does literally nothing.
Yeah, what's funny is we kept seeing
No.
that Korra. Not Korra. Is it Korra?
Which one?
The Simic one.
Jaya. Oh, Simic one? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Kiora.
Kiora,
Oh, yeah.
which is an
Yeah,
untapped.
we thought
English-
Kiora was going to be
is
good.
Sauce. I think she's
Yeah,
good.
I think it's
No,
sus.
she only
I
untaps one thing.
So?
You
What?
need to blink her.
So?
Yeah.
That's actually why I think these are busted. If the ones that are in blue and or white actually have a few of them that have permanent blink effects, and that would be ridiculous with Archaeomancers and other things. And yeah, like I would just TPI would just be like a figment of my imagination. If
yeah, TBI would be
they were
100%. That one is a given. It's 100% going to be gone. People,
Yeah.
there'll be at least 2 to 3 deck people playing Saheeli. I don't deny that. Given the fact you can make literally anything into anything else for the most part.
it'd just be like the most insane
Yeah.
storm deck in the format. It would just
Yeah.
be just bonkers. Like, oh, you can't kill my Saheeli ever. You used to just bolt the TPI and get it off the table. This thing's I'm never gonna use it for what it's there.
And
for.
that's
It's
what
just
like I said,
permanent.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you don't need to use its ability literally
and-
ever.
Yeah, it has how much loyalties? 5 when you
5,
cast it?
yeah.
3?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
dude, it's 5. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Why is it huge?
You can't even flame rift it off the table. You're just like,
Yeah.
why do you have 5? Like,
No, you can't even
Yeah.
flame rift it because you're saying nope, it only hits players, it doesn't hit planeswalkers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's very specific. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. Some of the newer cards do say they did change that though.
Yeah, a couple of them were added to the
Yeah, but
That
not a
is-
lot of common.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the other
all
thing.
The black ones are like super expensive too.
hmm
Well, that's actually the issue that I personally have with the Planeswalker things, because if you notice the way our cards are worded, cards of the more recent years, like removal spells, actually read destroy target creature or Planeswalker, specifically in black. But older cards don't say that. So you would just like delete half of the cards that exist in the format, right? You're not playing Doomblade, like that card just won't ever exist again.
Yeah.
You're playing like a 4-mana CMC like removal spell now because you need to kill that Saheeli, right? Like,
And
it
that's
needs
where a
to
lot of the
die.
mindset of wanting to add it, like that be an option in CC7 is because you're gonna have to redo a lot. Because one, people are going to have the decks in there. Period. It's not gonna be. It's like, oh no one's gonna bring it. People are gonna bring these decks 100%.
I
So
will-
you really
I will
need
bring
to
that.
people
100%.
will have to 100% rethink
Hands
how
down.
they're building.
I will be bringing that if it's allowed. I will bring that. I will be playing a Ashnod's Altar Stormless.
It'll be
Hands
so,
down.
so good.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts. I'd be
And
like,
it's
turn
mulligan, you're
5.
gonna hard mull to Ashods or Drift.
Yep.
I don't even need to do that, bro.
No.
What?
You just play fucking.
That deck just
Just
grinds.
play. Just
You can
play.
you can just play cantrips and eggs and fucking win.
Yeah, that's exactly what the deck would be. It'd just be cantrips and eggs, and I would just storm off and then
Ping
draw
everybody.
my whole deck,
Yeah.
All the
ping
day.
the whole deck, show you guys a grape shot. Game's over, guys. Win with impact tremors and empty the warrens at the end,
Yeah,
just to rub it in.
exactly.
Just to rub it in. Just how good my deck is. Could you imagine that? That would be just like horrendous.
Yeah.
Like, what would happen to the format at that point?
Correct.
Oh, we'll just be like, oh, thank God, we only have to deal with it for 31 days.
It's only a month, yeah. So
Yeah, I wasn't planning on participating in it because I don't want any horror stories. Because if I like play like against a group of like the casual guys and I bring that deck, I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
"You're dead." Okay, good game, guys. Like that was
Try again.
clearly boring for everyone. My bad. Like, so yeah, that I would just be just way too much of a spike if I was able to just play
could
that all the
probably
time.
bring China back for that one.
He would definitely play it. He would 100% play
We'll
it.
just be like, hey,
It'd be-
can I
it'd
borrow
be a
your
bunch of
TPI for a second?
Saheelis. And then the counter to Saheeli would be fucking Dovin.
Yeah.
No, we can't have
What?
Joven because Joven's a common.
No, Dovin.
No,
Dovin.
Dovin.
Control.
Oh,
Oh,
I
It's
heard
all,
Joven.
all instant sorcerers and artifacts will cost one more.
Yeah.
So, like, you're gonna soft stacks the fucking Saheeli, and it'll just be this like fucking Drake.
No, and then
Yeah.
mono red Jaya just beats everyone down.
So many
some
options.
wacky shit. It's kind of funny.
No,
I kind of
it's
want to see
like
it. I don't know. I like
Jaya
chaos.
just goes like regular mono red storm and just pings everyone for 2.
Yeah, I built a Jaya Storm. That's the one I have. And I just finished it off with Empty the Warrens.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I forgot that my pyretic rituals are downstairs.
Yeah, these are cool. I like these commanders. They're pretty sweet. I don't know. I think Ob is pretty cool. I enjoy that one quite a bit too.
Actually,
But-
I think by No, never mind. There's no new set in January. I was gonna say in January we should have enough. We should have enough throw possibilities to just jam all of those plus rituals with
I mean,
Jaya.
Let's be honest. My favorite part about that, and let's see if this deck shows up to the tournament, because this is the deck I actually want to see. Erdish Street Urchin. That deck with these thrills is
I'm surprised it's not that
Bonkers.
often. Like I don't. It's a very very good deck.
It is, but
it's
the timer
it's
just
very
scares it off.
slow. Yeah, it's very
It's
slow.
the Phyrexian sensor problem. It just takes
Yeah.
that kind of person. I
Yep.
feel like most people don't want to play that kind of game.
Well, it's also so what I've noticed, like when I've seen that deck play, it's kind of ironic. It's very, very similar to Phyrexian Censor,
I know.
because what happens is that you have the board state, right? And then the first thing that happens is one of the players goes, "Hey, what are you going to do with that damage?" And you're like, "Well, I don't know." They're like, "Well, you need to tell me." And then you get into like this 5-minute conversation that already slows down your clock. Then if you don't tell them something that they want to hear, they're just going to try to kill you alone.
Yeah.
But then the next players come into the game like, "Well, wait, why are you going at me? you should be. They're the threat. That's why they're talking to you. And then it
Yeah.
turns to this just chaos of like everyone's trying to point them away from them, and then the table just wants to 3v1 them.
Yep.
And it's
Right.
but also too, the sad part about it is some decks literally ignore it, like Gretchen. Gretchen's just like, oh, we'll just counter the airness right now.
Yep.
Buy myself 2 more turns. We'll counter it again. Buy myself 2 more turns.
Mhm.
So it's, yeah, I think it has that little bit of a struggle, but I'd like to see it. I really enjoyed the grind fest that
I'd
deck
like to
provides.
see someone pick up like something that's similar to your combo list variant. I'd be really
No.
interested in seeing that.
No one likes that version I built. I'm actually in the process of buying all the cards. It's
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 hard.
Ernest Street
Hard.
with a
It's really hard.
Yeah, it's
I don't
a-
get it.
it's a combo variant. Yeah, it just wins with a combo finish because your commander and your command zone actually, if you go infinite, you can
Valid.
just use it as the outlet. So it's just a persist combo deck.
Where's that put?
So
Yeah, because I have the edge foil. Oh, it's all the way over here. Yeah, because I picked up the. Yeah, sadly, Cool Stuff did not have the edge foil airness, but they did have the edge foil street urchin.
ooh, very cool. Yeah, I've been slowly acquiring cards for that deck, just because some of them are just weird though. What's really neat is that a lot of them are tutorable though, because like the Scuzzback Marauder, the 5 mana persist creature, just so happens to be a goblin. You're like,
God, that's the.
why are you a
funniest name.
goblin? Like,
Why is it named Scuzzback?
I don't know. It's just its
Ugh.
name.
What? Where the fuck is it from? Lorwyn? Is it like a Shadowmoor guy?
It's
I can
got to
tell
be
you
an
right now.
anti-block. Yeah.
I can tell you right now, it is from. Let's see. Where's my list? It is from. Oh, of course, this is not the original one. This is Double Masters.
Why does
It's from
Scuzzback-
Shadowmoor.
Okay, that's what it sounded like.
Scuzzback kind of makes it sound like he's like creeping around the alley behind a strip club.
Yeah.
The art of this card is wild. It's a bunch of goblins piled on themselves with knives and like
Just hit screen share.
cemented looking. Oh, here we go. Let's just share this. Let's do one of those. Let's pull this up. Let's put this over here. Actually, we could do it the other way. So let's do that. Sorry for the time, you guys. One moment.
Yeah, Chris, you still have that hard stuff at 9, right?
I can spill over a little bit. You're good.
Okay. No, because I probably have to go soon. Because
Oh, then yeah,
pretty sure
that's fine.
you've heard the screaming in the background.
Yeah, mine's screaming over there as well. So
Okay.
So here's our Scuzzback Marauder right here. It is
That
demented looking.
I just see red and green everywhere.
It is, yeah, it's just wild looking. It's a crazy card, but yeah. There's the Ernest Street Urchin combo variant. I don't know if many people even know that it can be a combo deck, ironically
that
enough.
it exists.
probably no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now they do.
Well, I mean, Evolution Witness was just like a pure upgrade to the deck.
Oh
It
my
actually
gosh,
made the deck
Evil Way
viable.
is so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I mean, I have the
Evolution
combos
Witness,
in here. Yep, I have the Foundry Inspector, the Constructs, the Iron Apprentice. I have all
Oh,
those
there's
in
no
here.
brute scale in there.
You don't need the brute scale.
Only brute scale.
Okay.
Yeah, you have all the persist creatures. You have overlapping combos with the Retriever and Workshop.
Oh, that.
So once,
yeah.
and you never have to filter your mana. Like all your mana is colorless. That's okay because the Street Urchin is colorless.
Yeah, makes
so-
sense. Yeah, because
Yep.
when you mentioned persist creatures, it reminded me that I'm kind of sad that we don't have any of the Australians. Because I really like Jonathan's Jund Pinger list.
Yeah, I really need
And-
to update this deck. I haven't updated it with the new cards, so
Even
I'll be
at a brief
updating it
look, it
here
looks
soon.
pretty good. Not gonna lie.
yeah, I mean it over all the cards overlap really well. Ivy Lane Denizen is just a good card, and ironically, this deck has more tutors than most decks in the format because you have the elf that tutors for the elves that you need, and the whole point of your deck is to bring back all your stuff that dies. So you like have like the Revive the Shires to reanimate back your Wildwood Herald, which goes and gets you all of your combo. The deck overlaps with Devoted Druid as part of the combo.
Mhm.
So it's like, it's pretty good. I've been wanting to play it, but I've been playing other things. Just how it is sometimes. But I don't know. You've been playing anything spicy recently, Rohan, or no? In fact, I'll make the question easier for you. If you were playing in the Kamikaze, what are you playing?
Yeah, there you go.
Arabella for sure.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Not
like
surprised, but
I mean, yeah. You, for those of you out there who are watching, who have watched who have watched any of our past content, you've probably seen the episode that we did with Islane on Arabella, our Arabella deck tech.
Mhm. Yeah,
And that's coming straight out of me and Islane working on a list together for.
I like that list. I saw. Yeah, I like that list a lot.
Yeah, so like he had a list, and then I had a lot of ideas for my own kind of variant, which was like very pinger heavy. Of course, I love the pingers. We all know pingers win games, and then we kind of like meshed our two ideas together into the current list that he's got on his Mox field. So that's probably the list that I would play, or like very similar to it, maybe like 5 cards off.
Yep. That was actually one of the lists that I was doing all the comparisons to, because I've seen Islane's list specifically play, and I really like how it plays. But like I saw one of the issues that I have seen with that deck specifically is that once you bully the Arabella off the table too many times, it like kind of flounders a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
peters out. Mhm.
Yeah. So I was like, how do I solve that? And I was talking to Islane about it actually, and I think I fixed it. Like that little issue that the deck had, which was its only issue, which is not
Correct,
like bad at all in comparison to like all the other commanders that we have that just have like tons of problems with them. This having just that, like the table has to bully it off or lose the game is
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it
I mean,
sounds like
that's
my alarm is ready to go. So we're going to have to cut it short. But if I was to play, I probably would be playing Weavers or Malcolm Kettis. Because the prize looks insane. What was all the stuff that Aaron donated? Aggro Aaron donated, because I saw...
He donated the Ancient Den and a Great Furnace foil signed.
Foil signed. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
So sick.
there's a lot. My biggest thing is I'm giving away the full these ones too, the foil ones.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, those are
Those are
nice.
dope.
Yeah, and then I got it's just literally a stack of foils.
Yeah, when I saw it, it's like an entire blue package.
So that's the thing is like if someone wants other thing, I can obviously figure it out for them. But I figured everyone wants to start foiling out their decks. Everyone probably has a blue deck. Let's be freaking real. But if anything, you got a bunch of things that'll help bling out your shit, and people love that. So
It's fucking awesome.
I have my you have Teshar foiled out, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I love my baby.
Yep, Teshar. I have Malcolm Kettis foiled. That's my baby of the format.
Yeah, I have most of Abdel foil. It's never going to be foiled out ever because unfortunately Wizards is never going to print out Fractured Power Stone foil.
Oh, that's so annoying.
For
isn't
my
it?
two, never gonna be foils. What the hell are they? I always forget the names of them. There's those stupid 0 drops from Visions.
Oh,
It's
Oh, the
like
wall.
Kobolds of Karakeep
Shield
or something?
Sphere from Mercan, and then
Sphere.
yeah,
from
these
alliances. Yeah.
Alliance. These two,
Oh yeah, Friction Walker.
and they put this in the mystery booster.
yeah.
I'm like, are you shitting
me?
So it's in French. It's in French and freaking the mystery booster, but like, no, you can't put it in foil. Like, come on, like.
Oh,
I was like so
It's
close.
it's the same thing with Burnt Offering. That's
Yeah,
never going to
like-
be foil ever.
It's like Goblin Cherugian as well. Goblin Cherugian's not foil. That's the card in Aaron's full foil gutless. Just not foil.
It's a
He's so
horrible
frustrated.
tease by Watsy.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even
And
think
Goblin
Goblin
Cherugian is awesome.
Yeah, and I
that
don't
card's
even think
insane.
it's reservalist.
No, it's not. It's just that's the thing. Is like some of these cards that we're like we're never gonna get foils. Like, there's no reason to never give us a foil.
Yeah, they'll never see. They'll just
Like,
never get reprinted. Even
we
though
just need
they're
a
not
secret
reservalist,
layer
they're not
that's
gonna get reprinted.
The secret layer for us should just be any card that's never been foil gets to be foil. We don't need altered arts. We don't need special
it's just
variants.
retro foil.
Just make it foil. Yeah, retro foil. Yep. Just make it foil.
foil.
Correct. Retro foil 100%. Doesn't have to be white border. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
You know, just to piss off everyone,
Layer.
it's actually ABU. frame, not 7th
Yep.
edition frame.
Yeah, not the good enough one, but hey, I'll take it. I don't care. Just give me a
Yeah.
foil.
All right, so
Oh,
yeah,
either
again,
way.
sounds like I have to get going. Chris,
No
where
worry.
can people find you?
Everything is at my website at omgmtg.com. That's where the sign up list is, all the past decks from the Common Cause, all the rules for Pauper Commander as well. So if you have any questions about that, the list is also there as well, and the full rules guide for the tournament as well. So basically, everything you need right at the website, omgmtg.com. It is this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. You can submit up to 3 a.m. on that day, so it's 12 midnight Pacific time to help adjust for the time zone differences. That way, you have plenty of time to submit decks, so you can edit it until that very last point. So plenty of time to make sure you have the right deck for the event. So right now we are at 20 people. We just need 4 more to unlock everything. I know we're gonna get 4 more. Don't get me wrong, but technically,
I can
we still need
find 4
more.
people in the couch cushions. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I got you.
We'll get there.
Well, you
So-
have one for sure. You have one more.
Yeah,
without
no,
a
we
shadow
got
of a
one
doubt.
from you. I got a couple over there. I think we should be fine.
So definitely, we'll get there. So,
Cool.
well,
So
thank you,
stoked.
Chris, for joining us,
Very
and
welcome.
yeah, you guys have a good evening.
Yeah.
We are less than 30 days away from one of the things I thought I would never announce, the Common Cause 1-year anniversary. This coming November 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, you have your opportunity to win some of the greatest prizes, all while contributing to a phenomenal cause, the Purple Hearts Home. This is going to be the biggest event for Pauper Commander. I'm going to do the absolute insane amount of prizes for everyone, so make sure you register at omgmtg.com. Links going live. Make sure you register. I will see you there.